Everybody, and welcome to Naturally Case in Point. And I'm your talk forum host, Miss Nat. And in this forum, you always know that naturally will be you. Case in point today will be your health. This is part two of the series prior that said, I'm not that sick. And really, you're not. And I want to show you where I believe that a lot of us, we have been given sentences, diagnoses of things that a doctor may have told you, this is going to be you for the rest of your life. Well, you know what? Yeah, but all sickness ain't death. It doesn't mean you're going to die because you have it. And I have two people that I'd like to share their lives with you that really are. They're a true testament to what can be done if you have the right thinking and also the right caregivers behind you and just everything lined up that's right for you, because like I said, all sickness is not death, and everyone walking around here is not 100% healthy, but they're not dead either. So on today, the two people that I'd like to share with you, they're like the Bonnie and Clydes. They went and they took their lives back. Whatever was told to them, no, they didn't go rob a pharmacy. They didn't do anything wrong. When I say Bonnie and Clyde, I mean they had that tenacity, that vigor. They went in and they took charge of their health at a young age. And when we're dealing with older people, that's different. But when you're dealing with children that come here afflicted and they still rise like a phoenix from the ashes, this is amazing. This is truly amazing. My nephew is now 41 years old, but when he was born, he had severe kidney issues. And it was at the age of 9, I think they discovered that he would need a kidney. Well, in between getting the kidney and everything else, life goes on every day. And so he still had to struggle with the issues of needing a kidney. And I think it was then in the 90s that his parents, Barbara and Herman, they decided to put a dialysis machine in the house. Now that meant that somebody had to know how to take care of a dialysis machine. So my sister, bless her heart, Barbara, she went and she changed her career to nursing, so to speak, so that she could help him on his journey. Because let's face it, the optimum idea here was life. It wasn't to see him go away, but his life, he still had to have a quality of life. And so with that, he had to have dialysis. And her husband Herman, they somehow got a chance to have a machine in home. Now, somebody had to learn how to do this, and so my sister, she took over the job of doing it. But also, Isaac had a sister. He has a sister named Tracy, and Tracy has a husband, Herman. Together, they are phenomenal because they take care. They know how to run the dialysis machine. They know everything to do. They can tell when he's not doing well. I mean, these are caregivers in the family. And this is what helps people on their journey. Yeah, he has an affliction. Yeah, he needs help, but he's still here. He's defying the odds. And on top of having 72 surgeries, here a couple of years ago, I'm going to say 3 or 4, his neck was broken. Ouch. How do you get a broken neck? We're still wondering, because he was functional, he was mobile. On top of doing his dialysis every day, every 3 days or whatever it is, he still had a broken neck, I think for a month. I'm not sure, but he thought it was cold. And I'm assuming that, when you have a cold or something and it settles in your bones and stuff, you just assume, your neck is hurting and shoulders hurt, everything hurts. Well, for him, it wasn't a cold, it was a broken neck. But yet he's still here. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. His caregivers. I don't think Isaac would be here if it wasn't for his parents, Barbara and Herman. I really think that his sister and his brother-in-law, Tracy and Henry, play a huge part also in how Isaac is still here at 41. Case in point, Isaac has a friend, Kiya. Kiya is the same age as Isaac. Her story is completely different, but yet it starts in infancy. Kiya was born 2 months early, 2 pounds, 12 ounces. Now, that's the challenge right there. 2 pounds, 12 ounces, you know she's not fully developed. You know the possibility of infections. You just know that basically she wasn't expected to be here. On top of that, she had hydrocephalus. So there was a shunt put in her head. She's had to live like that for a while. She went to school. She did everything other kids would do, but just not as fast, probably, or not as often. But she told me, she said, you know what, rules were meant to be broken. And by the time I think she reached junior high school, she was doing things. She was doing things that her mother just amazed her parents. Okay, because she wasn't supposed to do that. She was supposed to take it easy and calm and just, not be Kiya. That's basically what it amounts to. But Isaac and Kiya, they had a different agenda about life. You see, when you come with an ailment and you know nothing else but that, you have to live. You don't get the opportunity or the chance to say, "Oh, it's me. Why did this happen to me?" It's full speed ahead for them. Life full speed ahead. They are living their lives on today. And if you happen to be a caregiver of someone who's had an affliction or a chronic ailment, you see the determination in these people. You see the willingness. You see the giddy up they have. They're not sitting back saying, "Oh, woe is me." They go to their appointments, do what they have to do, and come on out and get with life. Because it's not like that for them. And I'm saying that sometimes in their afflictions, if you're anywhere in their vicinity, presence, or know them, you're enlightened too. You're on a journey of learning too, because sometimes people are sent here to teach you. And the way I look at it, Isaac and Kiya, they are pioneers of many who came with afflictions, and they're not saying, "Woe is me, oh is me, why is me?" Uh-uh. I don't hear a complaint from him. I never really have. Now that I think about it, never really heard a complaint. Kiya, she's not the complaining type. She has 2 children. Isaac has a grandson. So if that's not life moving forward, I don't know what is. But on today, I'd like to tell you that that is life moving forward. That's life moving forward from the patient's point of view. That's life moving forward, not from the doctor's point of view, but from their point of view, because they're here to live their lives and they're living it to the fullest. So on today, I'm going to say bravo, bravo, bravo for all and everyone who is defining the odds with health, defining the odds, being who you are, going to your wellspring naturally, coming up with the will to live. That's basically what it amounts to. They had good caregivers on both sides, but the will to live comes from within, naturally. The will to live, to stay in this race, in this game with an affliction comes from within, naturally. And truly, those two have it. So on today, Isaac and Kiya, I want to say thank you for allowing me to share your stories. And just thank you so much for just still being here and teaching us all that all sickness ain't death. We'd like to say thank you also for listening to us today on Naturally Case in Point. And if you or anyone you know of that's having a birthday on today, we'd like to say happy birthday and thank you again. And see you next time on Naturally Case in Point. Have a wonderful day.